Hi, my name is Robert Leach, and I'm the Vice President of Communications, Marketing, and Public Relations here at Atlanta Technical College. On today's episode of Alumni Takeover Edition, we'll be interviewing Ms. Oriel Selver. How are you doing today?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing well, glad to be here today. So let's get started. Can you share with us what was your decision on coming to Atlanta Technical College?
Well, one of the biggest things was the cost. I visited a lot of schools that had the HVAC program, but it was a little bit out of my budget. And this just felt like home after having, experiencing a tour with the actual instructor. It just made it feel like it was the right decision.
Okay, I know that tour, we're doing tours right now. People love the tours. It seems like when they come here and they touch on things, then they suddenly be like, oh, I really want to be here.
Oh, yeah.
So when you were here, what was some of the good experiences that you had while you were here?
I was on a dean's list.
Of course.
So being the only female in the class, that definitely set me aside from everyone else. And just having the opportunity to go on site visits, having partners come in to interview us, giving us opportunities for employment, that's probably the biggest takeaway from the whole experience.
Now, HVAC is a industry that a lot of people aren't in right now.
Right.
So what was your passion? Why did you want to go into HVAC specifically?
Well, I think honestly, the passion was for family legacy.
Okay.
It wasn't that I wanted to be an HVAC specialist. My dad has an air conditioning and refrigeration company, and he said that he was going to have to sell it to someone because my brothers weren't interested. And I felt like if I knew how the components work, if I knew the ins and outs of HVAC, then I could run a business. You can't run a business if you don't know what it takes to do all of the things. So from accounting to vendor management, who you're going to get your equipment from, just all of the things. I learned that in the program. So it was easier transition to go from nursing into HVAC.
Oh, I know you had a little nursing background also?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. My mom's a nurse.
Okay.
Dad's HVAC. So initially, after high school, that's what I did. I left Savannah, came to Atlanta, and I started a home care company. So yeah, I've done some things.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're really talented at many things.
Yeah.
But I'm sure sometimes you had some difficulties. So while you were at Atlanta Tech, taking classes, were there any challenges that you had? Was there anyone that specifically that helped you through those challenges that you had here at the school?
Challenges here at the school? I'm gonna say no. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have many challenges.
None
that I can think of.
Wonderful. Well, is there any particular instructor, faculty member, anyone that was just inspirational while you were going through the program that was just really helpful?
Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
Norman Johnson, he was my instructor. Definitely, if you were in the field and you got stumped on something you could not troubleshoot and figure it out, you can call him, and he would help you through it.
You know, Mr. Johnson got an award this year.
Did he?
He got a national award for being one of the best HVAC instructors in the country.
Wow.
So he's doing really well.
That's notable.
So you talked about you got into HVAC specifically because of the family legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that are you still there running everything for your dad? Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
I never made it back home.
You never made it back home?
I never made it back. I've been thriving here in Atlanta.
Now, did your brother step up?
No.
Okay, we need to talk to your brothers, tell them that they have to step up.
We need to have a conversation with them, yes.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now then?
Right now, I've started my own company.
Okay.
It's Selver & Co. Construction. I specialize in vendor management, site supervision, estimating. So the cost for an entire building from start to finish. And then I am also an instructor.
Where are you an instructor at?
Atlanta Tech.
I know something we loved about you. But also, you've done something that's really nice also. I heard you wrote a book. Can you tell us about the book and what was your inspiration about the book?
The inspiration for the book came from visiting Barnes & Noble and not seeing any books that had little girls and anything construction related. So I wrote the book. This 10-year-old girl has the support of her family, and she grew up to be a construction manager. So she's on site and she's making these things happen. I felt like it was necessary because when I go out and I'm talking about what it is I do for work, people, I guess, underestimate me for being able to do all these wonderful things. And to change the narrative is to start at a younger age, showing them that this is possible. So that's how I came up with that book.
Well, we want to make sure you get your plug. Where can someone get a copy of that book?
The book is on Barnes & Noble's website, and it's on Amazon.
Okay, wonderful. Make sure y'all support her and go get that book.
Connie Loves Construction.
There we go. Now, think about the various students that may be thinking about going into HVAC. Potential students, current students. What type of advice or guidance could you tell them?
Oh, I definitely say research.
Okay.
Research. You have to make sure that your time management is buckled down. Two, don't stop. Like if it's a goal of yours, figure out every piece that is going to be needed to make that whole. That's the advice I would give.
You remind me of Cuba Gooding Jr. in Man of Honor, someone that would just not give up, not give up.
Can't
Seemed
stop.
like you were just persistent. So let's think about the future. What's next for you? I know you're not going to just settle with having your own company. I know you're not going to just settle with one book. You have some other things that you're thinking about. So what's next for you?
Next, I should be finished with my vacation rental really soon.
Okay.
So maybe I'll be retiring soon.
You can't retire. You can't retire yet. There's so much more you can do for the economy. So you can't retire yet. Okay. So let me ask you a question. How do you stay connected with technical college? I know you're working here at Atlanta Technical College, but how do you stay connected with technical education overall? How do you stay connected with HVAC nationwide? Are you doing anything nationwide to make sure that you're staying connected? Because you're an inspiration. We know that there's not a lot of women in this industry. In your industry, you're thriving, you have your own business. So how are you staying connected and trying to pass it on in addition to having a great book that's out?
Okay. Well, staying connected is me being a member of the National Association for Women in Construction.
Okay.
I just recently got a board seat, so I'm a board member now and the chairperson for community outreach. Being in different organizations definitely helps keep me abreast of the new things that are going on, especially the technology in construction. Whew. It's a lot. They're using robots now.
So let me think about it. You got the HVAC, you got the nursing background, you have all this knowledge. You're a boss now, you have your own company. So now do you still do some of the hands-on work, some of the stuff that you actually learned while you were here, or now you're a boss and you are teaching everyone else? So I'm just curious, what exactly are you doing now since you have your own company? And that vacation property, you need to let me know where it is, so just in case I need to vacation there.
It's in Turks and Caicos.
Oh yes, so we'll talk about that another time, okay? So tell me a little bit about that.
I do not get my hands dirty.
Okay.
I have friends that we've partnered on different projects with, so I'll bid the job and they'll go do the work.
See, someone that boss lady that have already learned how to learn the work, having other people do the work. We may have to make sure that you come back and you're a speaker for our small business center. We'll have you connect with Dan Brown to make sure you come and speak to those particular students, because I think you can provide some great information to them.
I love that.
So I would like you to just provide some advice to not just prospective students and current students, but just someone that may be struggling. What can they do to just keep on pushing through to be successful?
I would say, whatever that industry is, to get a mentor. Wherever it is that you're trying to get to your ultimate goal, somebody's already done it. So to get a mentor and be a mentor, because it's somebody that is beneath you right now that needs to be pulled up. So mentorship is definitely a way to obtain goals.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you know, you're an inspiration. Thank you for taking this time. But as we come to the end of another episode, we want to thank you for tuning in and spending your valuable time with us on this Alumni Takeover edition. We hope that you found this episode informative, thought-provoking, and entertaining. If you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you can be notified about the future episodes. And if you have any feedback or suggestions or topics you would like us to cover, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you can be notified about the future episodes. And if you have any feedback or suggestions for topics you would like for us to cover, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We love hearing from you, our listeners, and are always looking for ways to improve and grow. Until next time, continue to stay strong so you can continue to finish strong. Thank you so much.